My name is Chartrand. I'm 41 years old. I have follicular lymphoma. In 2009, I was going for the H1N1 vaccine. Sitting there afterwards, I had an allergic reaction. I passed out, went on the floor, had to get stabbed with the EpiPen, rushed to the hospital, later told it was my imagination. Later gone for testing for the H1N1 vaccine for allergies, and it was diagnosed that I am allergic to the vaccine. They don't know why or what's in it that caused it, but I'm allergic. Later diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis. 6 months after that, fibromyalgia. 2 years with different injections for the ankylosing spondylitis. After 3 or 4 different types of injections, I was put on Remicade. Remicade for 9 sessions, which is 9 months. Found a lump in above my collarbone. I found a lump on my collarbone, I guess in March. It was about an inch or so long. I couldn't play with it, wondered what it was, asked a lot of people, nobody knew. I finally went to a doctor's appointment for a regular checkup on my AS, and doctor sent me for an ultrasound. It's funny, when I was leaving the ultrasound, the lady said I'd hear from my doctor in a week, and 2 hours later my doctor phoned. Had some bad news, he said. I went and saw the doctor that afternoon, and he told me it was a possible lymphoma. They needed to do some testing. I had to do a biopsy. They wanted a needle biopsy. That became inconclusive, so they sent me back and did a full biopsy, had the lump removed, and they left. I had about 5 or 6 other ones that I'd found in that time also. So within a week, I had confirmed it, or they'd confirmed it, saying that it was follicular lymphoma and that I needed to start chemo soon. I left town when I found out. I had an appointment in Toronto the next day to see my ankylosing spondylitis specialist. So I just called my wife, told her what the news on the phone, and told her I was just going to go to Toronto and rent a hotel room. Went to the hotel room and just cried all night. I couldn't stop crying. You never think it's gonna happen to you. I have a 20-year-old daughter, at the time a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. I don't know what follicular lymphoma is. Cancer. That's all I got. I couldn't imagine not being there for my girls. I missed out on my first one growing up for unforeseen reasons. I couldn't bear not being there for my other 2. I went to my doctor's appointment, and told the doctor what had happened, what I found out yesterday, and I was told that, well, there is a 1 or 2% chance that it was caused by my Remicade injections. So I just looked at him and said, so how do the pros outweigh the cons now, taking Remicade? And that wasn't one of the best things you wanted to hear when you've been taking this stuff for so long. And the hardest part was telling my 5-year-old. I don't believe in lying or telling stories to make things sound better. She deserves my full trust. So we waited for a package from a Cancer Society of the United States, and kind of gave us some ideas to how to tell her, and we told her, and she cries all the time. Recently I had my 5th chemo treatment. I'm So on my third chemo treatment, they sent me for a CAT scan, and results come back saying that my cancer has been reduced by 50%. Follicular lymphoma attacks your lymph nodes and makes them grow with all the dead cells. I had 5 or 6 of them in my neck area, both sides. I have a cluster of them in my belly, about 9 inches around. Basically, they're just all cancer cells, cancer tumors, however anybody puts it into one word. They say it's reduced by 50%. Good for me. I still don't feel any better. On occasion, I actually feel a lot worse. They're figuring 6 chemo treatments should be enough to reduce it, get rid of it. Then I have to go every 3 months for chemo, or for the next 2 years as a maintenance package, they call it. So we'll see how it goes for the next few weeks. It's not anything you wish upon anyone. Chemo may help, but chemo makes you sicker. And pills, I take 8 to 12 pills a day just for the cancer. They say that if there's a cancer you want to get, I got it. It's by far one of the most positive ones to go into remission. But there's always a chance it can come back. If it wasn't for my wife, I would never have gotten through this. She cried more than me. She talked about it a lot more than me. She researched it more than me. She came to every appointment. She came to every chemo. She took notes. I love you. You're the best.